to Rhodey actually, and we will get this going. Only a miracle I was able to get this done, but I was able to get this done. And we are going to have world-renowned genius Rhodey joining us in a moment. I just sent him the link. And he's going to join us, then we will get this thing rolling. This is like literally a complete miracle. We were able to get this done. And all the projections up and here for live. We are ready to roll and rumble and all that good stuff. Just to okay. I'm just waiting for Rhodey to get in here, and then we will get going with all the different degeneracies. We had, what's his name? Baychuk giving out New Year's Eve at 15-1. Really strong. I cannot believe. Let me tell you what we did today. This is legendary. I mean, it really is. So we got hedge fund stuff done, which was good. We got early projections up, which were good. And we did the most important thing in the world, and that was go shopping with Mrs. Sheets for Mother's Day presents. Let me explain. Now, Joanne, I hate to be. Hey, what's up, Bobby? I hate to be sexist about this, so you'll forgive me if it comes off that way. I apologize, but so I tell my son there are two rules that I impart upon him as he grows up to be a respectable young man. Rule one is keep the ladies happy, and rule two, see rule one. That is the key to life. Now, Rhodey, I don't see you.
Yeah, can you hear me though?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I just see a gray screen.
Yeah, give me a second on the camera.
Sure, no problem. So I did a full shopping spree for there she is. There he is. With Mrs. Sheets for Mother's Day. Everybody's happy. All is good, and all karma is just in perfect freaking equilibrium in the Sheets household right now. We have my daughter coming back. She's coming out from the city tonight, little later. My son is driving back from UVA tomorrow. Everybody back for Mother's Day. So we are in full, we are in Zen. We are in good freaking spirits. We are ready to, we're not going to get beat by DFS freaking gods when we have such incredible freaking karma going right now. So we're in good shape. How's everything with Team Rhodey?
We're good. We had I had the day off today. It's been kind of chill. We had a garage sale weekend going. We got Mother's Day plans going. We got a lot of things going on.
Wait, hang on. Would you say you have a garage sale going on?
Yeah, we have like this neighborhood garage sale where there's food trucks in the neighborhood. So I've been eating some food trucks, and I've been.
Let's go.
And it's like 50 garage sales in the neighborhood, and it's just kind of everyone, just a big like neighborhood party kind of as well. I take the day off, and I just kind of hang out with everyone, just chill and sell stuff and buy stuff and eat food trucks. So,
and it's something your community does like a couple of times a year.
We do it the first weekend of May every year.
Oh, that's awesome.
So like a bunch of like big city, like the city, a bunch of people from like the city that we live in drive out to our neighborhood, and it's just like constant traffic. We have hundreds of people go through our garage sale. So
that's awesome. We're kind of in the other mode. We have to. We're replacing furniture. We ordered it like 6 months ago. It finally got here, and we just figured we sell the old stuff. It's not so easy. I mean, it's at the point where we're probably just giving it away to whoever wants to come and pick it up, because they're like real big couches, but they're kind of old. We had them for like 15 years, so like the people that could use a couch that big are probably just going to buy a new one. So it's just kind of hard. So we could use a community garage sale.
Yeah, I mean, people sell all kinds of stuff. So yeah, people are looking for furniture, but it's like, I mean, you could probably get someone to buy that's looking for like a basement set or something, too. But yeah, like you said, someone that's a large set, to put somewhere. So
now, I keep forgetting. You have kids?
Yeah, 3.
How old are your kids now?
Stepson's 11, daughter's 6 in June, and then my son just turned 3 in January.
Oh, that's all. So you have a 6 and a 3 and a stepson 11. So that
Yeah.
was her son?
Yes, yeah.
And you all live together?
She had him when she was really young. She had him when she was 19, so.
Okay. Okay. And you got all 5 of you living together?
Yeah. Yeah, we have a big house and, so.
Well, how are we gonna get you a bigger house? How are we gonna win tonight?
Yeah,
Let's
key.
I mean, you have a big house, but you can always use a bigger one when you have 5 people in it. So what does that mean? Does that mean you have to play Josh Winder, or what do you need to do to get a big house in baseball tonight? What do you like pitching wise?
Well, I have been playing the double cheap pitcher lately, to be honest with you, and like taking the points out of those guys. But some of these pitchers have been getting the 30 plus points lately. I don't know if we see it totally on this slate. All the projections are pretty tight. U's right there at the top, but he's not followed far behind on these other guys. I like Luis Garcia against Detroit for my Houston. He's gonna be a little more chalky, 30%. I got him on DK. Winder's not coming in too bad. He's not like 15 projection. I don't mind that actually. It's 6.4 and 7.4 for Luis. I think that's like a pretty dirty combo if you want to do a combination of double cheap. But I mean, I think maybe pairing one of those guys with you is probably the best bet, I think.
What about the other guys? So what I have is what I'm looking at. I just literally reran everything. What do you see Darvish as a big difference? And I'm not being sarcastic. I don't really know the answer. Do you have him rated that much higher than Gilbert or Eovaldi? I mean, that's
what I was saying. I don't have him that high compared to other guys. But hang on, I didn't have an update. I do have an update in now. So you comes in at like 18.5, like median, and then like Gilbert's like 18.10. Evaldi's like almost 18. So there's like a 0.5 point difference, and it's not anything in my opinion. Like all these guys rate out about the same, so it's like a 3-point drop, 3.5 point drop to Winder on the projection, median projection. But like,
but let's talk about the three high price guys for a second. So between Darvish, Gilbert, and Eovaldi, I mean, I'm looking at these 3 guys as pretty similar projection wise, and I guess pretty similar. I mean, I have Eovaldi at 20% as opposed to say Darvish is 30-35. And then I have Gilbert kind of in the middle with ownership. Are you feeling that as well, or do you have it a little differently?
I got that. That's where I'm at. I think you said Eovaldi 20, and then Gilbert is coming at 29 and 32 for you.
Yeah.
So very similar, very similar.
Well, who do you? So if you had to pick between those 3, I mean, do you have any preference or not really?
I just think the matchup's probably better for you. To be honest.
Let's talk about that for a second. So, because I talked about this within the construct of one of my videos, is that I really want to try to avoid like saying the same thing twice. In other words, we already talked about the projections, right? So we have Darvish, Gilbert, and Eovaldi kind of close. And so when I say, is there much of a difference? I don't want to say the same thing twice. I don't want to say, well, I like Darvish because of the matchup, because that's kind of implicit within the projection. What I think I want to think about, and this is why I want to think about this, is when you have Darvish, Gilbert, and Eovaldi with similar medians, right? I mean, maybe Darvish is a little higher or whatever, but similar medians. Which one of those guys for like GPPs has like more of a dispersion? In other words, which one of those guys has, let's use the word that everybody likes to use. Like, who's got a better ceiling, right, between these 3 guys? Darvish, Gilbert, because my instinct is that Darvish has both just. He could get that one of those bad Darvish days where he walks people and you're like miserable, or he can have like ace days. And I feel that way about Eovaldi, right? that like he throws it 100. So you throw it 100, anything can happen. So you have big upside and probably downside. And for whatever reason, I get this sense that Gilbert's kind of the more steady of the three, but maybe that's just my, instinct. How do you think about these three pitchers with respect to like GPPs?
Yeah, I really think you're on hitting something correct right there because Gilbert has been the more steady guy. You had that big bat or that bad game where he blew up. I think Evaldi does have some upside. I think he has looked good. So the thing about it is if you guys are building lineups and you fall at Evaldi because you need the 400 or you want to play I don't see you a problem playing any three of those guys, to be honest with you. I
Yeah.
think like the sheet says he's got them all projected well. You had
Close enough, right? I
a
mean,
big game. Evaldi's had a 30-point game recently against a bad
yeah.
matchup, but like I don't know. I think they're all very good. I think a great like Gilbert's like a great. He's been very consistent this year, so
Yeah.
I think that's not a bad option either. But I think he has the least ceiling, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean,
I agree with that.
it's well, just like you said. I think it's just such small margin right now. Like each of these guys edge each other out just so slightly. I think difference.
So so Winder is gonna, he's gonna get owned, I think, but that's all right. He's gonna get owned. What do you think about any of these pivots? Like somebody brought up Merrill Kelly, and I don't know if I can do that, but a guy who projects very similar at all, to Kelly, a little worse than these others is Alcantara, and Alcantara might be kind of an interesting way to go if you don't want to play those three top guys. Did you think about him at all? Are you the type to play Merrill Kelly or not really? I mean, you mentioned Luis Garcia. I gotta look at this game. I'm not getting any of this.
Yeah, my projections really like Luis Garcia. He's showing up at about 30% too, ownership wise.
Okay.
He's kind of in the optimal as a decent price.
Okay.
He's going against Detroit. I mean, it's a Houston matchup, right? There's no weather there, right? That's
I don't
added
think
to
so.
Houston. All the weather games are pretty much Boston's the only one we got to watch, right?
Yeah, they took care of them early, thank God. I mean, the Mets and the Yankees. What I mean? They postponed those. Thank God for that. It's like, did I lose you?
No, you're good. I was just thinking. Sorry.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, the weather looks fine. Even in the Boston game, I would play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Luis Garcia and probably a U combination is my favorite, but I don't mind the cheap pitcher, double cheap pitcher. Alcantara is okay, like she just said. I might get to some of those Padre bats. Machado's been playing really well. They don't really grade out as a like a great stack. If you guys check out my stacks earlier, I posted all that. So
where do you post it? You
all
post
that.
that on the site under Roadie Stats, right?
Yeah, my take. So I just post like ceiling projections, like a list of them out on the best like ceiling, and then I give my takes on a bunch of the ones that I like. So then it's basically turned into more of an article. Like a lot of people like reading the article though. So it's been pretty good.
So who's your favorite? So I don't know if anything's changed since you posted up there. So who are like right now? Like who are your favorite stacks? Just guns to your head, and who are your favorite stacks from like a GPP perspective? Like when you factor ownership in.
Well, my favorite originally was like I still like the Houston stock. I've been on them pretty heavy. They're getting a little bit of ownership. The Angels wasn't a bad one either, but they got a lot of ownership now. So we might have to look to fade. I think Boston. Oh man, they're still getting a lot of ownership too.
You're
Yeah,
seeing that, dude. You're seeing the same stuff I am. You know what I mean? Like these are the three names that I'm looking at. Like
yeah, the slate got smaller though, so a lot of games got taken off. I think Boston might come in a little bit lower. There was some weather concern there earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's staying just north, so that game's going to be okay. But I don't mind that game. So I don't know though. It's pretty chalky. That's why I said maybe like, yeah. I mean, those are still my three favorite teams. I'll figure out how to get different. I think.
So
Today.
I got a couple of kind of
Oh,
hoodoos
the
here.
Brewers, I like again. Yeah, they're low owned. Play the Brewers.
Yeah, I got a couple of
I like the Brewers a lot.
a kind of hoodoos in here. My low owned stab is Atlanta.
Okay.
And from a value perspective, I guess Arizona again. I'm just kind of a sucker for Arizona. Like every single time I play Arizona, I don't know. So
Yeah.
Arizona and Atlanta, I guess, would be the two Angel, Houston, Boston's that I would come up with. Your
No, I
Brewers
like
one
that
is
sheet.
interesting. I'd like them a little more earlier than now, but if you give me the go ahead, I might re-include them as
Which stack did you say? Sorry,
Brewers.
the
Um,
Brewers. Okay,
yeah.
yeah,
So if you
yeah, I
like
like the
that, I mean,
Brewers.
they've been freaking crushing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm trying to
um,
figure out how to win the big money tonight, like to buy that new house. Sheets. We gotta
well,
get it
that's what
pinned
I'm
down here.
saying. Like so you can't just play Angels with Darvish and Winder. You know what I mean? You got to do something better than that, right? I mean, you got to get like maybe an Eovaldi Alcantara pairing or something like that. Maybe that can do something. I don't know if I can support a big house with Merrill Kelly though. That's my problem. I know that I can get a ceiling out of Alcantara. I really do. And I know I can get one out of Eovaldi. I just don't know if I can get one out of Merrill Kelly. Um, I don't know. Hey, who's this dude? I'm ranking these guys kind of points per dollar. I'm looking at these kind of one-offs for a second. I'm getting like, who is this guy? I'm getting Varsho. He's normal. Oh, Jaron Duran for
Yeah,
Boston.
he's leading off for Boston.
Okay.
Outfield position. Younger kid, right? He did good last year. Oh yeah, this guy hit 3 homers one day for me
Oh, did
last
he?
year. Young kid. I think he got hurt. This must be his first game back.
Oh,
A lot of
nice. So,
potential, I
and
think.
he's gonna show up in runs, I'm sure. And then,
Yeah.
hey, before I forget, I'm getting a little bit of a 4K guy. Did anybody talk about this Zach Logue? Is he even start? I mean, is he even actually a pitcher? I mean,
Let me
do we
see.
look at? I mean, like he could be some guy just showing up projections because he's going to get 3 innings or something. I really didn't even look. I didn't look at it at all. I'm just
Actually, to be
seeing.
honest with you, man, he shows up better than some of the other pitchers in the game.
That's
So,
what I'm
like,
saying.
he's mid pack. He's showing up for about 10 fantasy points.
Yeah, that's not the worst.
That's not bad for a 4K guy. I mean, I don't know how many innings he's slated to play.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure what his situation is.
He
Like an
doesn't have a
opener or something like
strikeout
that.
prop.
I really didn't look into it. I
I
just
didn't
figured I would
look
just.
into it either, to be honest with you.
Well, you know what? Let me look into it. Let's see if I can at least get a little, even a DraftKings blurb. So managers suggest that he might do something. Let's see. Let's take a
He
look at
does
this.
have a pitcher's umpire.
Okay.
Not extreme pitcher, but just a pitcher's umpire. There's a lot of extreme. Merrill Kelly does have a extreme pitcher's umpire today.
I keep trying to pin Bobby down on this. He never gives me a straight answer. It's not a straight answer, but I'd love to know like which pitchers actually benefit from the pitcher's umpire more than the others, if there is such a thing. Like if it's the strikeout guys that like look at the outside corners, or is there any statistics on that?
I don't know. I
Let me
like what
know.
you're asking. I really like that question, but like the other day, I felt like some of these pitchers, when they get the extreme umpire, they're attacking these bad spots more, and they're not getting the calls. Like Wainwright that other night, where he had an extreme pitchers umpire, he just couldn't get guys. He walked like 5 batters. He's trying too hard to hit like low and outside, and he just wasn't getting the calls and just kept putting it there. So you're right. Maybe it does
So
matter
so
too.
here's the
Like you're
problem
saying.
with, among other things, with Zach Logue. I'm looking at him.
Okay.
He's gonna probably try to start, but I'm looking. Here's the one stat that I don't like. He started 4 games in the minors and had only 16 innings. You know what I mean? Like what the hell? So
Mm-hmm.
if he's only going to put up 16 innings in the minors,
Mm-hmm.
don't know exactly what I can expect from him in the majors. So maybe that's just really pedestrian logic at 4K. Maybe I shouldn't be too greedy, but maybe the Logue is just something that's just gonna be avoided. But I don't know. Maybe I'll give it another look. It's a late game, right? The Oakland game. No, it's actually 8:10.
Yeah.
So I'll give that a look. Are you playing them? I don't keep forgetting it. Do you even play? I mean, you playing FanDuel tonight?
I put some stuff out about FanDuel, but I didn't put a lineup on there. No, I didn't. Is there good contest tonight, Sheets?
I didn't really look. I'm not really. I don't think I'm playing FanDuel tonight. But I'm just kind of looking at my projections for here, and this is every year. I mean, every year I do this, and I get good luck doing this, but I pay down for pitching probably more than I'm supposed to on FanDuel.
I usually do as well, so I get the big
Yeah.
bats.
I mean, I'm sitting here and I'm looking at Winder here, and I would probably just just play him. You know what I mean? And
yeah, for sure.
realize I'm not probably not getting the six innings, whatever. But he's just so cheap, that he just lets you really flex your muscles like pretty much everywhere else in the freaking board. And if it's not going to be him, it's the three guys that I think we talked about. Darvish, Eovaldi, and Gilbert. And once again, I'm not getting to Garcia. I think just our models are just battling each other here. So I think Luis Garcia is going to be the one that we just end up a little different on. But just for fun, I want to look at I don't do this too often, but I want to drill down where my numbers come from with respect to Garcia, just because there's such a difference, and because you're a projection guy, so I wanted to see where he's on Houston, right? Yeah, so that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's 100% right. I'm not even getting projections from a couple of guys. This is totally a model issue with me. So I'm going to actually defer to you with respect to the Luis Garcia thing. And not to get too into the shit that I do here, but part of the Luis Garcia issue is that there are three Luis Garcias, like in baseball. Like there's a second baseman, like a pitcher, and sometimes the projection models just confuse the crap out of each other, and you end up with a crappy projection from Luis Garcia because one place is giving him like a second baseman, projection, right? So so I'm gonna defer to you with the Luis Garcia stuff, and I'll probably bump him up a little bit.
Yeah, you should be getting some of him in the projections. That's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, and I'm not, which means that there's something wrong. Okay, so FanDuel not a lot different, but let me look at the FanDuel stacks just for the people that play on FanDuel.
What's your stacks sitting up at today? What do you got?
Angels? I mean, on FanDuel. On FanDuel, it's the Angels.
Oh yeah,
and then all this other stuff: Houston, Boston, Arizona, Atlanta. Even Washington, Minnesota. All that stuff. But on DraftKings, I think my hand builds. I think it's going to be the Atlanta. I think that's going to be my hoodoo. That's going to be my shot. And we'll just see it. We'll just see how it goes. I'm probably not going to get to much of any of them probably when I optimize or whatever. But I think it's worth a shot to try Atlanta. Let's let me see if there's any questions, and if not, superstars get the advantage by Brew Crew, whatever it is. Do you look at the NBA? You playing the NBA tonight?
I'm not. How many games are on the slate for the NBA?
Well, if you're even asking how many games, you probably haven't built any yet. Dude, it's a special thing. They're running a 16-game slate tonight. Like 32 teams, they're all playing. It's freaking crazy. All these teams didn't make the playoffs, and just so that we could have a big DraftKings slate, all the teams are playing tonight. Like just a special one-night Friday thing. You got the Knicks with Mitchell Robinson playing against against all these OKC guys that we haven't played in a long time. It's really nice that they did that for DraftKings, but I'm just kidding. This is 2 games, same as usual.
Oh, I'm like, what are you doing? The NBA is nuts.
Same 2-game shit as usual.
That was awesome, Shees.
You got Luka. You got Luka, who's projecting 20 points higher than pretty much anybody, and then you got Harden, who hasn't put up a freaking 5x performance since the freaking Obama administration, showing up as like the second highest projection. And so that's and earlier today I did runs, and it was actually the value is so hopeless that it's almost tough to even play these top guys because it's hard to fill out a lineup without getting terrible. So just to let everybody know what I'm doing, I'm gonna X Harden and then just roll. That's gonna be my one thing. I'm gonna X Harden and then just build and just get what I get. That's kind of what I'm doing here. So I looked at the NBA just about as much as you did. The only difference is because I had to do the projections, I happen to have known that it was a 2-game slate. Aside from that, I have no more knowledge than you do on the NBA tonight. But I'm gonna play. But that's gonna be on one stand. Is I'm gonna fade Harden, and then let this be the day where he finally eclipses 50, because he hasn't done it in quite a long time.
Yeah.
What else?
Embiid's out for good, right? Too.
Yeah, you got Paul Reed is once again the only
Yeah.
value play that I think it's worth playing, and that's not so great either. So it's a rough. But dude, since Embiid's been out, Harden's can't do anything. I don't know what's going on. They just don't listen. They're Miami's no joke. I mean, they don't make the finals every year with for no reason. I mean, they know to take the ball out of Harden's hands. So if you want to play Philly, I mean, you could play the scheme game and play Maxey and Harris, and hope that they get all the shots. That's certainly something you could do.
For sure.
So what else baseball wise? And then I'll talk about hockey for a few minutes. Just so everybody knows, I did post the can't believe I remember to do this, but I did get the the NASCAR Truck Series posted. There's a very small window because they don't even post the starting positions until like 6 o'clock, and then the post time is 7:45, so you only have like an hour to play. It's freaking ridiculous. Nonetheless, those are up. The hockey is up. I'm going to read you my hockey lineups in a minute. But what anything else? There's no questions over here. What else? What other questions? Oh, actually, put projections and ownership aside. Okay, so who is your favorite team tonight for hitting? So I'm going to read between the lines and say that Kenan Bronco wants his opinion on FanDuel. That's going to be my guess because that's where he plays. So as long as you're going to ask a question that's ridiculous and impossible to answer, saying we don't care about projections or ownership, just who's your favorite team, let's at least make it FanDuel. So put projections aside, I'm going to play the Angels because I think Trout's the best player and the best hitter in baseball, and Ohtani might be second. So that's I think put it all aside. And my second favorite, I guess, would be Houston. Would be Alvarez, Altuve, Tucker, Bregman, throw all of them in there. I don't know how relevant that answer is to anything that you really want to do DFS-wise, but since you asked, put projections and ownership aside, those are my favorite hitting teams.
Yeah, I like Houston tonight too.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of this double cheap pitcher though. I don't really know if I can.
I love it. The
projection model wants me to play both double cheap pitchers. So
this is what I'm going to do.
To be honest with you, I'm not that far off the median. So I'm actually building a really good lineup with them. It's crazy.
And what are you playing tonight? Like what do you win?
On DK, I have a 777, a 121, the single entry I've been doing a little bit more of, and I got one of them in a qualifier too, the 970.
You don't play any of the lotteries?
Like, what do you mean? Oh yeah, all my lineups are always in that $15.
Okay. I was gonna ask. Okay.
So I kind of build some low ownership in there. Stuff like last night, I had that Met stack with Machado in it. Like all of a sudden,
dude, I know. I had all the Mets.
I took 11th in the 121. Dropped
150.
Yeah, it would have took 6 in the 777 if I would have moved it in the right lineup.
Oh.
Yeah, so basically, I just I kind of build 2 lineups and then pick which one I'm putting it in, the single entry or the big one. So I just happened to make the wrong choice last night. So whatever.
So I'm actually adjusting my Luis Garcia. I'm giving him a similar projection to say Eovaldi and these guys. And then I'm going to run this, and I wonder what I get with my lineups here. I wonder if I run them on Saberson, if I'm going to get double pitchers. Let's see what happens. I'm just kind of curious. I never know what kind of mood Saberson is in. Sometimes I think it's in one mood and it's in another. Like last night, I'm telling you, you know what it crammed in for me? It wanted me literally to play 90% Mets, and I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like that's literally what Saberson threw out when I put my inputs in. It wanted 90% because of the leverage.
Yeah.
Because of that leverage against Nola, and it wasn't even against Nola they did anything. That's how funny is that?
Yeah, some guy I knew played Nola with the Mets. He didn't even realize.
Oh, that's a joke.
Yeah, he's got some personal issues going, but I seen a guy's story. He played a Mets 5-man stack and Nola looked at his lineup and realized, like, holy crap, the Mets did something. And Nola's got 25. He's like, he thought he made a stupid error early, and when it locked, basically he put the guys in and didn't realize they were all the early game because they were like that 6:45 or whatever that game 7, that first game was, and it locked. So he didn't realize it all locked at the same time. So it ended up working out for him. He got fourth in something big or something.
Do you have any Alex Cobb?
No, I'm not getting to him either.
Yeah, so I'm getting a bunch of Darvish and a bunch of Winder. That's my thing. And as you suggested, I'm getting more, a decent amount of Darvish. I mean, who's the guy? Garcia. Dude, of course. Who do you think the top owned stack as far as with my runs is of course Colorado. It's I'm telling you, Saber Sim life is a tough life sometimes. That's why you gotta, if you're gonna play this way, you're gonna have to have a thick skin.
Shoot, I got $8,300 left. Should I play Merrill Kelly after saying that?
Right, that's right. You know what I mean? But dude, like Washington, White Sox, Tampa, literally like none of the teams that I mentioned they're given to me. It's rough out there. But in my hand built, I really think I'm gonna take a shot at this Atlanta thing. And we'll see how we'll just see how it turns out, I guess. Let's see. What am I doing? I'm doing like a mixture. I'm doing 30 lotteries and then 1-7-7-7. So we're gonna see. So I'm gonna manually redo.
Are you taking one of those low owned stacks for your 7-7 that you talked about, like Atlanta?
Yeah, it's probably gonna be Atlanta.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So sometimes I put the chalkier build I build in the 7-7, and sometimes I put the lower owned. The other night the Dodgers were 1%. I had them in the bigger build, and they ended up doing okay. But
how did the Dodgers do last night? They did well.
I don't think the Dodgers were not. They were on the Days 2-gamer, right?
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
They played like the 2 early game, I think. I haven't had to play the Dodgers in a couple of days now. They've been on a weird time, whatever they were playing.
Boy, I would love to just stick with this. How good would I be if I just stuck with this Colorado stack as my main stack in the 7-7-7? Be a freaking hero. What is Royce Lewis playing at 2K?
Yeah, he's getting some love here.
I wonder if Nelson Cruz is in tonight.
I don't know. There's still a lot of games tonight. It's kind of crazy here.
I wonder if what.
I'm still going with Houston. I think I don't know. Houston and Boston. I think in the Brewers, some sort of combo of that. You got any one-offs that are like I've been making some pretty good one-off calls lately. For homers and stuff. Like, what do you got? You got any good one? I think you said Trout. Maybe you still like the Trout.
No, not really. I don't really do that.
You don't like.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not really good at that. I could just get. I mean, throw stuff out there just for fun, but I mean, I don't know. They're all the same stupid data points on a chalkboard to me. I don't know who's going to be hit the home run guy. Maybe one of the White Sox. How about that? I don't know. It's just not my. What do the kids say? Not my jam.
Yeah.
I don't know. What can I say? Dude, maybe this Colorado thing is something. I don't know. Merrill Kelly. Listen, we'll do it in Bobby's honor, right? Bobby always goes after Merrill Kelly.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of. I'm not playing Merrill Kelly. That game could go either way. I've liked Colorado some this year too. They have some good hitters. I mean, it's more they're hitting good at Coors, right? But
right,
CJ Cron can hit homers, and the Charlie Blackmon will go off for a couple every now and then here. So
yeah, not a lot of enthusiasm out of that one. But
well, I've been a fan of Randall Grichuk. I've always liked him when he was in Toronto. He helped me win a lot of money one time with my Toronto stack.
So wait, so Eric Lauer is pitching for the Brewers?
Yeah, that's why I said that's a bold stand for the Atlanta stack.
Yes, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Lauer's pretty decent.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
But Lauer's not getting a good projection because he's priced up at 10-3, and he's
right. But that doesn't mean
he's actually still getting 28% ownership on my account.
Really?
Yeah, priced up even. My projections don't like him though, so
Yeah, I could barely get to him at all.
that's why. I don't know. I don't think you should go with that Atlanta game, but I don't want to say.
I'm not. I'm not. No, I'm not doing it. I'm telling you. I think I'm sticking with it. I think I'm going to stick with this Colorado nonsense.
Yeah, dude. That's a better. I agree with that one. I think that's a better chance. Gives you a better chance.
Let's see what else we got here.
Although the Braves do grade out in the ceiling stack perspective pretty well. I didn't know that. Why are they doing grading out that well?
I don't know. I don't know. So what we're gonna do? I have to update my hockey lineups.
Yeah, they do. Colorado and Atlanta grade out pretty well together, actually. Yeah, I like my Astros. I like the Brewers. I like some Angels one-offs.
So what qualifiers are rolling right now? Like, what's the next thing? There's a live final out there.
Yeah, it filled quick today for some reason.
No, but I mean, what is the live final actually?
I don't think it's out yet. It's TBD.
Oh, so it's like a qualifier for something we don't even know what it is.
Yeah, usually early in the season they don't announce where it's at.
Oh, okay.
Then they tell you where it is.
And we don't know when it is. We don't know any of it, right?
Yeah, unless they posted it. I haven't looked in a while, so maybe they posted it.
So we're just playing a qualifier. We don't even know if we can go, right? Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Okay, fair enough.
I can usually go to the ones in the summer. The ones in the winter this year, I won't. I don't think I'll be able to go.
Yeah, somebody asked me. I won some seats with some tennis qualifier or something like that. But it's not. I don't think it's live. I was like joking. I'm like, yeah, I think they're running it at Wimbledon, and they're flying everybody out to Wimbledon to play the DK Slate on center court in front of like the Queen. But no, I don't think that's going to be the case. Let's see.
Yeah, the location. It's August 27th. It looks like.
Okay.
But they don't have the location yet.
All right. With respect, since everybody was asking, with respect to hockey, it's going to be for me. It's going to be Boston and Tampa as my main, which is pretty much what I suggested in the video. And just so you guys know, again, for the for this weekend, again, thanks for bearing with us. You know, we've been trying to pick up all the slack for Bobby not being here. And the good news, Bobby's usually not around on the weekend anyway, so you wouldn't be missing all that much. But I am going to I'm going to try to get up as much as I can. I'll be around most of the day tomorrow because they have the Derby and all the Derby prelims that are racing. So I'll be around. So whatever other sports just kind of show up, I'll probably I'll put up whatever I can. And Brody's always good about what if he's around, at least putting up his core or whatever he's thinking if he's going to play. So we'll keep you guys covered as much as possible. And also MMA big card tomorrow. I mean, dude, let me tell you, Bobby and I are really different. I actually love the weekends. I have a lot of time for the weekends too, to just before we have to go out. So I love playing the weekend stuff. So all that's going to be me. And I am going to do what I said, by the way, today. I am going to run stuff with the basketball and X out Harden. I want to show everybody what that's going to look like. So you want transparency? Let's do this. So we're going to upload the projections as they are now to SaberSim, and then I'm going to run this, and then I'm literally just going to X out Harden, and that's going to be the hashtag process. And then we'll see what we get. Probably I'm going to be guessing like a whole bunch of Luka and a whole bunch of what's his name, of Paul Reed, but we'll see. And then maybe we'll make some strategic other exits. Like if we get a lot of some guy that maybe Rody doesn't like or that somebody doesn't like, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll just like X another guy out. And that's I kind of like doing this in the NBA. All right, so when I run this right away, I end up actually with Spencer Dinwiddie being my highest owned guy, which I kind of like. Am I getting no Harden? That would be my dream. I'm getting 3% Harden, which is perfect. I don't think I'm going to mess with this at all. The only thing I'm getting, which whatever, I am getting like 45% PJ Tucker. He never is going to win you anything, but it's a 2-game slate, right? What? I'm getting 65% Danny Green again. Listen, if it was a 6-7 game slate, I would never play guys like this. But you can't be just quite as greedy, you know.
Yeah.
Let me see. What if I X'd out Danny Green? What would that look like? Then I would get a whole bunch of this stuff with a whole bunch of Kleber. Maybe I will do that. Just totally X out Danny Green. And wait a minute. Hold on a second. And I'm getting right now, hold on a minute. Embiid is playing. How about that, Rody?
Is he? It said like he was hurt. He might play again. I didn't know.
It says Embiid is warming up with the intention of playing. A true game time decision. Oh, let's go. It's 6:40 right now. We still don't know. Is that the story? Is that what the what everybody's waiting on? Ah, this is awesome. All right, so this is I miss the NBA, right? Fucking ridiculous. Sorry. Let me see. Let me go to another site.
Lineups that I like.
Get a better sense of what's going to happen here. A game time decision for Embiid on a 2-game slate at 7 o'clock. Embiid is in, it says, at 6:35, but no confirmation of that. Now that would, what would be really cool is if Embiid were in and then you X'd out Embiid. Now that would be then you're really asking for trouble. That's kind of what I want.
Yeah.
2 games slate DFS, dude.
It's a tough MLB night, man. I just don't really know what I like.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna go for it, dude. I'm gonna go for Colorado. I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, I got my 5-man stacks that I like. I just don't know how I want to pair them. I get some Ohtani, some of the Angels. Catcher is another tough position tonight. I like these Brewers. It leaves too much money. I don't know. I can't. There's no mid-tier pitchers. I mean, it's either the cheap guys or the 9K guys. So it's like I don't really like these 8K, the Merrill Kellys and stuff. So I can't. I don't know.
Wait, I have another quote for you guys. 6:35. You ready for this? Sixer star Embiid will return for Game 3. Sources say. Doc Rivers said he could be limited in minutes because of minimal conditioning. What that means is you really shouldn't be playing the NBA tonight. I mean, if you didn't know that already, if you couldn't gather that.
I'm gonna tell you, I ain't playing the NBA. I get tired of the NBA, to be honest with you.
Yep.
Should answer some questions in the chat. My top 3 stacks: Arizona, Angels, Houston on FanDuel. Good job, K9. I like that. I'm getting, for some reason, did something change with Atlanta?
Because they're like popping all of a sudden. You mean?
Yeah, they're popping.
Dude, this is what's happening. Everybody, you listen. Everybody's secretly listening to sheets, like give them out, and now they're gathering all this steam. They see that's what's happening.
Dude, they did something to it.
Is there a new pitcher? Is there a new pitcher?
No, I think it's still Lauer, but that's a good question. No. On a lot of guys on COVID. That's why they brought up the Duran off AAA.
People are still getting ruled out for COVID.
Yeah, let me look at the weather. I didn't think about looking at the weather.
Maybe wind blowing out or something.
Boston's blowing in very small, but almost 60 degrees. Weather, oh yeah, 17-mile-an-hour blowing out in Atlanta at 76 degrees.
That could be it.
Left field.
That might not be the answer, but that could be the reason. I mean,
yeah, play righty bats, so maybe that's why. It's got some of the warmest temps too. 76. Probably the warmest game. I mean, there's dome games, but I think they factor that at 72 degrees. So for what it's worth.
Okay.
Oh, the Braves. Sheets might talk me into playing the Braves at this rate.
I might talk you into it and then end up not playing them.
Yeah, I know you're not. You're playing some MME though a little bit though, so you probably have some of them for sure.
Yeah, I'm getting. Let me just see what I'm getting here. I hate having these lineups where I still don't know who's playing, like these Atlantas and Washingtons and stuff. But I'll be around. I'll figure that out.
Yeah.
So S. Alcantara, the position player, is out. That's in a guy that I had my projections, so I could replace him with this guy. Radio, Olson, Swanson. These are 8-9, 7-8-9 guys. Let me see.
I'm not getting it. Royce Lewis might be out now. I'm not getting. He's not popping anymore.
Is that right?
I don't know.
He might not be playing.
Or he just didn't get put in the projection. My optimal line. I just ran a new optimal lineup with updates. So,
what time does that game start? The Royce. I want to say Royce O'Neal. The Royce.
8:10.
I gotta start.
Yeah, so they haven't released the starting lineup there yet. So maybe someone's seen something. I don't know.
It says he will be called up on Friday.
Okay.
That's what it said.
So he should be in, and I don't know. So
yeah, even though Correa does not have a broken finger, it says.
Yeah. I don't know. I might do this, man. I really like 3 1-off. Yelich, Ohtani, and Jeffers 1-offs.
Those are pretty good. Those are pretty good.
I just can't find a good 2-man stack that I really like. I guess I don't mind Jared Walsh and Ohtani playing together. I guess that's not bad.
What about Washington? What about Soto?
Well, I do have a lineup that I really like. It's a 5-2-1, 5 Houston, Navarez at catcher, Tellez at first, and Soto in the outfield as my 1-off.
Dude, that Tellez just freaking hammers the ball.
I know, and I like the Brewers, but I might stack them in my other lineup. That's why I was trying to find a way to get to some of these Angels or some of these other 1-offs like Ohtani's and stuff like that to play with my Houston stack, because I think I'm going to stack the Brewers.
You know what else, by the way, is kind of cool playing. You know what else is kind of cool about playing Colorado is that it's not for a while, so I can see what else is going on.
Yeah,
and I might change. If it's not going the way I want, maybe I can go to play San Diego or Miami or you know what I mean, like something else in those later games. So
yeah, you
that's
got some pivot options.
Yeah, we don't think about that a lot in baseball. You know what I mean? We think about that all the time in basketball, but baseball not so much. Just because there's very rarely any big injuries thing or anything that happens. But the other thing about baseball is you're not really sure how you're doing in baseball. Like in basketball, I can tell like after like 45 minutes that I'm going to need to do whatever. But the way results distribute in baseball, you can be sitting around doing nothing and then have one big inning in the 7th inning. You know what I mean? And then all these guys hit home runs. So I don't know. All right, I think I'm gonna split. If you want, I can leave this rolling. But
no, I know you go long. I was just gonna go long with you. So
yeah, I'm good. So you have to play one lineup. Wind's blowing out and it's warm. K9, you want to play Atlanta? Sounds good to me. I'm gonna lose with Colorado. That's the way I'm gonna play. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna lose with Colorado. You can lose in Atlanta. What's his name? Rhodey, you'll win with Houston. And then we'll listen. As long as somebody wins, I'm happy. That's it.
Yeah, let's definitely get it, guys. I hope someone get those screenshots. We've been having a good week, I think. A lot of different people saying they're forexing their money in the Discord. So
Yep.
things been looking good. People been doing a little bit here and there. So it's been pretty good in there. So let's get some big ones tonight.
Awesome. Thanks for showing up, Brody. I'll catch you guys